It could take up to 2 weeks to get time.
Not really.
I keep my bag now.
It's like that.
But, I'm gonna prove the insurance and never say.
4 minutes walk.
I can take a flight.
You need to put a different tax rate.
Who runs that?
Come on.
Town of Peterborough. I know somebody. They were looking last week.
We'll bring our May 3rd, 2021 meeting to order. We thank each one for coming, and it seems good to get back in the routine. And before we have our invocation, we would like to say that we want everyone to remember our Watauga people and the Sheriff's Department, and we'll just have a silence prayer, and everyone remember them. Let's bow our heads. Amen. All right. We'll stand and do our pledge. Blake, how about you lead?
If I can get out of the way. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Go your way.
All right, on our agenda, 3.2A, Proclamations and Awards. Mr. Manager, you have anything?
We do not, Madam Chairman.
All right. 3.2B, our public comments. Miss Cindy, do we have anyone that signed up or has come to speak? All right. 3.2C, board appointees. We have several to approve and appoint. Our first one is the jury commission members.
Yes. So you have Linda Taylor to the jury commission, and this application has been reviewed.
Move to appoint.
All right. Mr. Banks made the, to appoint, and Mr. Phillips seconded that. How does everyone vote?
Blake Vance, aye.
Woody Young, aye.
Martha Hicks, aye.
Tim Phillips, aye.
Dennis Aldridge, aye.
All right. Our Avery County Planning Board.
So we have several applications for the planning board, and these have also been reviewed. So those candidates are, and you will pick the top three. There are 3 positions. And I just want to say, as manager, it looks good when you have this many people willing to serve on a board. Cheryl Buchanan, Bill Close, Rachel Deal, Tanya Erno, Mike Lacey, Michael Smith, Anna Trivet, and William Kyle Wise.
Is 5, 3, 20, 21. You don't have to vote for three, do you?
No, you have
Go ahead.
to all,
No. Put a number down beside each name, yes.
it's voting 1 through 8.
Okay.
And your top choice is number 1, so low score
I'm sorry.
wins.
Yep, I think the way you said it,
Let me make that clear.
so these, everybody sign them and date them. And these will be on file in the clerk's office and will be included in the minutes. So Ms. Martha, recess us just for a minute.
We're gonna recess just long enough for us to get them counted and come back. Y'all behave now.
Don't you worry about us.
And don't talk like the teacher said.
Well, I hated those days when that they were saying about talk.
Because there's always a snitch.
Oh, yeah, somebody tell them you're not.
12 years, you know, I've been underneath, you see this on biblical order, we all. 12 years, every time we went out biblical order, you were right there.
I love going up there for lunch every Thursday, but hearing everybody talk.
And sometimes you talk and like, you didn't intentionally, you just forgot that they said no talking.
Hello, Jamie. How are you, sir?
Yeah, but somebody tell on you or die. Where's Luke?
They'd always have somebody take names.
And this is
Good for him.
Yeah,
My name's always first.
He's good there, Doc.
been gone since Wednesday, so I've been doing everything from shooting to everything else going on. A little busy,
We're early age. Still, early age, if I had something to say, I said it.
At an early age?
Our granddaughter.
No, it's not changed till.
I've learned as I've got older to keep my mouth shut.
Well, you took a blind.
I got back to, I guess, probably 5 years ago.
Yeah, 5 years ago, he was more fluent.
Like 5 or 6 years in a minute.
Our granddaughter, they said she had a note from school that she didn't talk too much. And they said, well, why don't you move her, you know, to a different seat? She said, no, she gets up and goes and talks.
It ain't a problem with her staying in her seat. Well, somebody's got to be in charge of the social interaction with the class.
She's very personable.
Yeah, she's a person.
We'll, we, go somewhere to a playground or something. She's not as much now when she was about 6 or so. She's 10 now. We'd go somewhere and she'd go over to kids she'd never seen, let's play.
Yeah,
I mean, she'd
yeah.
go,
That's Ezra.
and then she'd come back, that's my best friend.
Let's go to everybody, yeah.
He does. You got to watch him. You get gone on him. But you will too.
Yeah, I think that my grandson will be one of those, because he wants to go play, let's go play with those kids. They were in high school the other day, he was out here at the playground. You wanna go out there and play kickball with him? They'll play to pass down whatever he's having him.
Say I messed it. I say I messed the ballots up, so I read for 3, and I put the other numbers in.
It'd be great.
Here's mine right here. This is what he done, they couldn't find him that day. They're all examining the rest of his 3. Climbed up around the, down the porch here for
Put 8 down. She's going in jail.
She would.
I'm gonna do that, sweet.
Deservedly so.
I'm making it.
Yeah, but he's been there from Mullins Hill.
Yeah.
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 Okay. The way they work,
Yeah.
yeah. we're standing side by side. I think that's-
Okay.
Yeah, one of them was Sugar Bear, I think, or Banner, okay.
All right, we'll bring our meeting back to order, and, we have Mrs. Cheryl Buchanan, Mike Lacey, and Ann Tripp. Do I hear that we appoint these three for the planning board?
Move with one. Second.
All right. How do you vote, Mr. Aldridge?
Aye. Jim Phillips, aye.
Martha Hicks, aye.
Woody Young, aye. Blake Vance, aye.
All right. We do thank each and every one that put in for it. Everybody can't win, but we wish they could. If they're interested to go on it, that's good, so we'll keep them in mind the next time. All right, 3.2, review of the High Country Workforce Development.
Yes, so we have one application to review to go on the board for the High Country Workforce Development, and that is Mr. Edward Henson, and that vote will take place at our next regular scheduled meeting.
All right, so we will review that. 3.3, our county commissioners and staff items, WAMY, the WAMY update.
Ms. Starla.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, I've had my 2 jabs, so. Yeah, good to see you all. Thanks so much for everything that you do for WAMY, which is Watauga, Avery, Mitchell, Yancey. And my dad was a businessman in this community for a long, long time, so you all may know Tommy Phillips. My dad, okay. So you've got the numbers before you, which I put together July through March, and we've since then served 4 more households in Avery County. So we've served 2 more households through the CARES Act and 2 more through the AMY Wellness Foundation. So just real quickly, WAMY Community Action received the CARES Act funding in late July of 2020, last summer. We've worked to assist residents with mortgage and rent payments, utilities, heating and fuel, water bills, in all the 4 counties we serve. The need in this community was immense, especially through the holidays. And as you can see in our numbers, we served a considerable amount of people through Thanksgiving and Christmas. I think this would have been a very, very glum, hard holiday season had we not been able to help so many people. In the service sector, and I heard Blake talking about this sector was hit hardest and is coming back the slowest because you can't find people to work, but can't find enough workers. But restaurant workers were not always eligible for unemployment. They a lot of times just lost hours and were not, eligible for that that unemployment assistance. So they were really, really hurt the worst. And the rent moratorium, which protects tenants against eviction, does not wipe away that expense. And we've also seen the disturbing other side of that moratorium on evictions in that the landlords are not getting paid. And up here in the mountains, most landlords are leasing their mother's home or an extra place that they have, and it's part of their family's budget. It's not extra money, it is part of their family budget. And so we've had a lot of landlords that are struggling, and we're here to help them too. And we want to let you all know if you have anybody that's struggling because they're not getting paid by their tenant, send them to me, because we can help them also. This is to help, small businesses residents and landlords. So please send them to me if you have anybody that's struggling, as well as anyone who's still struggling with, unemployment and reduced hours. Let's see. Let me get back. WWAMI's approach has always been to help people with a hand up, not a handout. We can help people once, and in special occasions we can help people twice. But we do lend a hand, and then it's mostly just to help them get out of their current situation so that they can sustain themselves. It's not a continuous handout. And what we've seen are some agencies with funding are helping a small amount with rent. Just $200 towards a $600 rent. Well, if they don't have it, then that really doesn't help them out of that situation. So we have been paying their entire rent, their entire mortgage, their entire electric bill, which many people are way over their electric bills. Their electric bills are $600-700. And so we've been taking on that entire expense so that they can then redirect what funding they do have towards the other expenses, and hopefully that'll pull them out of that situation. So we have been making large payments to help people out. And we've been working with local electric companies. They're really struggling too because they're having to make gut-wrenching decisions to cut off electricity where they know there are families, they know there are children, but they're a business and they have to, they have a bottom line. So we've been working really, really closely with Blue Ridge Electric, the co-op here, and as well as Duke and French Broad. So we've been trying to, they contact us if they've got, delinquent people, and if we can help, we do. So I just want to let you know that this funding, we've spent about $70,000 of the CARES Act funding since last July. And a lot of times people are saying, why isn't this money going out the door faster? Well, we're not just going to pour it out on the ground. These people have to be vetted. They have to really need it. And, we have to have documentation for that. And so we're helping the people that actually really, truly need it. And so it's a process. So it'll take us, we're looking at another year of funding with the CARES Act. So if you find anybody that is struggling, please send them to us because, we're here to help. And we have several, Duke Energy gave us funding, and the AMY Wellness Foundation gave us funding. So, we've got several different avenues to work with, and we're here to help the community through this crisis. We're all in it together, and hopefully we're going to come out of it better off with this funding. Got any questions? Thank you for all your, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Get a hold of them.
At WWAMIcommunityaction.org, or my name is Starley, S-T-A-R-L-I, and my personal number is 773-0814. And this is for businesses, landlords, families, anyone that needs help, send them our way.
And if they call here, we're going to direct them to WWAMI. So I appreciate your partnership and all you do, so thank you.
You're welcome. We appreciate what Avery County does for WWAMI.
The 4-H, the summer wow, all that, so thank you.
After school, we do
after school.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your support.
Appreciate you coming.
Thank you.
All right. We need to approve this, Cindy, this paper that's in there, the value and stuff at WWAMI spent. Okay. All right.
Information.
Okay. All right. 3.3B, Jcpc County Funding Plan. Do we have anyone here to talk about that? Dennis, are you on the board there?
I am, and this is something that has to be done every year. The Jcpc puts together a funding plan based on the funds that are committed to them from the state, And the Jcpc is one of the unique agency in that it's state funds that are directed to the county level, and then the county Jcpc determines how those are appropriated to the different agencies. And that's how this is broken down. There is a 30% match from the county on this money as well, and the total available that was from the state, $88,523. With the local match there, you see $26,408, and it's appropriated to the member agencies in the ratios that are shown on the sheet.
And it is in your planned budget, your proposed budget at that amount.
To approve. Second.
How do you vote, Mr. Aldridge?
Aye.
Young Phillips, aye.
Martha Hicks, aye.
Woody Young, aye. Blake Vance, aye.
All right. We'll move right along to 3.3C, Tax Administrator Report, Bruce Daniels.
Good afternoon, everyone. To start with, I would like to submit the April collections numbers for your approval in the amount of $183,494.31.
Second.
All right. I think, know which one, so it don't matter.
You first, and well,
Yeah.
vote for it, so it don't matter.
Young Phillips, aye.
That's all, Chuck.
Martha Hicks, aye.
Woody Young,
Blake Vance, aye.
We kinda got a little bit,
the ayes have it.
yeah.
And Mr. Young, in honor of you, there are no releases this month, so I thought that you would be the happiest of anyone to hear that.
Thank you, we probably would have accepted it if they had.
You will be receiving a more detailed report at the July meeting, but just was looking over some numbers this morning as far as our 10-year collection totals. We're looking at about 99.45% for our 10-year collections. They range anywhere from 99.91% in 2014, being clearly the best one, to this year we're already at 98.09% for 2020 taxes. So our collections, both our 10-year total and our year total, in my opinion, are looking fairly good. So let's hope that the numbers continue to trend in that particular direction for that, because we know that that's vitally important money. You can see on the sales that I've given you for the month of April, we had 105 qualified sales compared to last year. To date, we had 38. So a slight increase may be noted in the number of sales.
A realtor.
It is definitely what would be referred to as a seller's market at this point. So you can see that the ones that I've included for your approval or for your information and edification are more of the high end of the market. Obviously, that's still very strong and robust, as all other areas of the market are. So we're going in a good direction. Let's hope that it continues to stay that way. Are there any other questions or concerns that I may be able to address?
And those names were in the paper last week, and we did have a county employee that owed $2.32. I assume they took care of that because they were worried to death.
I'll have to check. I'm not 100% certain on that, so.
Just send it, Philip.
I told them I should have that in my change, in my little bowl in there.
If all else fails, I'll probably have that in a cup holder in the car, so we can take care of it.
Yeah, so we'll get that collection rate back up.
Absolutely.
All right, tell your bunch, thank you, and great job.
Will do.
3.4, our county commissioners' reports and requests. A, our county manager's report.
Afternoon, Board. Well, a quick COVID update, 52 active cases currently in Avery County. We do have some students that have tested positive. Good news is there are only one person in the Watauga Medical Center with COVID, and that's for all counties. So I think we're turning the curve, so that is great. 30.3% of Avery Countyans are now have their full vaccination. 30.3 of our population. So, very proud of that number. It has slowed down. There's plenty of places to get a shot. So it was announced this morning that Walgreens will start, and that will be the one over at Tynecastle. So that is available now. Carvin let me know at the hospital if you would like a shot on Saturdays, if you can't get there Monday through Fridays. They're going to be doing shots on Saturdays from 8 to 12.
Giving them too.
Crossmore Drug Store is now offering the vaccine, so there's plenty of opportunity. Have not heard any new news on the American Recovery Plan. I will keep you posted on that, the money that's coming down from the federal government. That's related to COVID. Broadband is, any questions about COVID? Everybody good on that? I plan to send a press release out to the radio and to the newspapers. I was hoping to get that done today. I'm waiting on some more information about testing and all the places that you can get a COVID vaccine. We will get that out to the press as soon as I get all the information. Broadband, something we care a lot about. The ARC grant, we did have our meeting. I know the scoring has been done. We are waiting for the official press release from the High Country Council of Government on that. I was hoping that that would come today and I would have something great to tell everyone. But that's that $100,000 matching grant. Have still heard that part of the ARP money that will be coming down from the feds will be spent on broadband. So I will keep you posted on that. Quickly, our census numbers are in. So from 17,797, it looks like we're at 18,035. Jokingly told Miss Martha this morning, I think if we'd count today and say, where are you at today, I think that number would double. But it was where you were at January 1st of a year ago. So that's what counts on the census. In your agenda consent, just a couple of things to keep in mind. You got your VIA Health quarterly report. Also, under the informational items, we have started the rapid response with Daymark and the sheriff and VIA for our mobile crisis. We are the first county in the VIA district to do that. Very proud of that fact. I know there has been one call so far, one use in the 2 weeks that it's been implemented. So, like I said, we are the guinea pig. They're going to wait on statistics and see what the problems are with us before they start rolling it out to the other counties. So I will keep you posted on that. So that's in your informational items. Our swimming pool will be open to the public May 29th. So that's the last Saturday of the month. There will be some private parties before that for the school system. So that's gearing up. So I know we're taking applications for lifeguards now. So if you know someone that's interested in a lifeguard position, there are applications available. And also in your information items, there the intersection at 119E and 194 that we got slated is now in project development, and any comments on that can be taken up till May 7th. And my only comment is, let's go, let's get it done. So sorry those projects are so slow. You get them on paper, get them approved, and then 3 years later, you finally get an engineer, and hopefully it will get started.
All of this stuff was pushed back by the DOT at least 1 year.
Yeah.
This originally was to be done this year.
And if you haven't noticed, the state did get in here, get our litter sweep completed on the major highways, and they will let me know when they get the invoice of how many pounds of garbage was taken from our highways, because they got to pay. In the contract, it's not only do they pick up, but we pay by how much weight it is also for our county. So he will let me know how many pounds of litter was picked up on the side roads. So if you saw the newspaper, you'll see a certain young lady that sits here at the table that was out picking up trash a day after they picked up trash on a certain highway. So Miss Martha, thank you for that effort. And that's all I have.
I tell you, I do want to thank them for coming, because they was so much. We had to kind of made ourselves going back around if we tried to do it. But boy, they got it done in a hurry, and I wanna thank DOT for that.
I sent them a text this morning and told them we really appreciate it, if they could let us know how many pounds they got, I'd be interested in knowing.
And I did get a call this week from a man that, when he read the article in the paper, he said him and his wife wanted to help, and so I told him to call Philip, and, he'd be glad to work him in.
Absolutely.
Turn my back down, once we get that dry. All right, is that all you've got, Mr. Barrier?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, 3.4, our finance officer's report, Caleb Hogan. And before Caleb gets started, I want to thank Caleb for the good job he's doing and how proud we are to have you with us in Avery County, and he really has helped us in the budget.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you,
We
Board.
want to thank you.
Thank you.
It's been an honor to work alongside of y'all and the administration, staff, and great people in the finance department. Thank you all for making the process so easy. It's been very enjoyable, and it's my honor to serve you all and the citizens of Avery County. I have a few items here today for you for your consideration. Item number one, the Department of Social Services has received an allocation of $560 from the state for Pandemic LEAP, the Low Income Energy Assistance Program. Request the board adopt the following budget amendment to debit LEAP General Fund line item 6800.6095 in the amount of $560, and to credit County Welfare General Fund line item 3634 in the amount of $560.
Do I hear a motion to adopt?
Move to adopt.
Second.
All right, Mr. Phillips made the motion to adopt, and Mr. Aldridge second. How do you vote, Mr. Vance?
Wade Grant's aye.
Woody Young, aye.
Martha Hicks, aye.
Tim Phillips, aye.
Dennis Aldridge, aye.
Thank you very much. Item number two, the Avery County Board of Elections has been awarded the HAVA, which is the Help America Vote Act grant, in the amount of $29,518, and this is to go to improve the administration of federal elections. Request the board adopt the following budget amendment to debit CARES HAVA General Fund line item 4300.3800 in the amount of $29,518, and to credit Elections Grant General Fund line item 3705 in the amount of $29,518.
I hear a motion to adopt.
So moved.
Second.
All right, Mr. Vance made the motion, and Mr. Young seconded. How do you vote, Mr. Aldridge?
Aye. Tim Phillips, aye.
Martha Hicks, aye.
Woody Young, aye.
Wade Grant's aye.
Thank you, Board. Item number three, the Sheriff's Department has received the NC Department of Public Safety Governor's Crime Commission grant. This will be used to purchase technology improvements. Request the board adopt the following budget amendment to debit Crime Control Grant General Fund line item 5100.7420 in the amount of $24,500, and to credit Governor's Crime Commission Grant line item General Fund line item 3615 in the amount of $24,500.
I hear a motion by Mr. Phillips to adopt.
Second.
Mr. Woody Hall Young seconded. How do you vote, Mr. Vance?
Wade Grant's aye.
Woody Young, aye.
Martha Hicks, aye.
Tim Phillips, aye.
Dennis Aldridge, aye.
Thank you, Board. And the last item I have for your consideration is a budget amendment to recognize the settlement agreement for the Department of Social Services. Request that the board adopt the following budget amendment. Debit lawsuit settlement, General Fund line item 4100.6090 in the amount of $11,587.50. To debit salary income maintenance, General Fund line item 6100.0210 in the amount of $78,983.80. And to debit FICA administration, General Fund line item 6100.0500 in the amount of $6,043. And to credit fund balance appropriations, General Fund line item $39.90 in the amount of $96,614.30.
I hear a motion to adopt.
Reluctantly so moved.
Second.
All right, Mr. Woody Hall Young made the motion and Mr. Dennis Aldridge second. How do you vote, Mr. Vance?
With the bitterest of tastes in my mouth, aye.
Woody Young, aye.
Martha Hicks, aye, with a big breath.
Phillips, aye.
Dennis Aldridge. Thank you, board, that's all I have for you today. Can I entertain any questions? All right, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
What's for dinner? I want that same sandwich I had.
Delicious.
That was good.
Probably spoiled by now.
Oh, I want a fresh sandwich like the one I had Thursday.
We said we was gonna hike.
Yeah, me and Miss Martha will half hour.
You're gonna
But I want to cook you.
You're gonna do that, put two in each bag.
Yeah, used to wait half those girls. Some of us are growing young boys.
All right, 3.4C, County Attorney's Report.
The only thing I need to update the board on is our work on 160D. That is progressing. We had a meeting with the planning board, and the first 3 ordinances were gone over by the planning board and approved. And then later this month, the planning board will be reviewing the remaining 5 ordinances. Spoken with Cindy about getting a public hearing scheduled for those, and for the board to consider those in June.
Well, that's moving right along.
It is.
That's good. All right.
Michelle, again, I apologize that you got to read all that.
3.5, staff reports and requests. Do we have anything for that?
We do not.
All right, 3.6, closed session. Do we have anything for closed session?
I do not have anything.
All right. 5.7, approval of the minutes. We have several minutes here to approve. February the 23rd, 2021, it was a joint meeting with the Board of Education. April the 5th, 2021 was our regular meeting, and April the 5th, 2021 was closed session. Does anybody have anything to change?
Yeah, so under, April the 5th, under the sales, it says there were 94 qualified sales for the month of March 2021. And then there were 44 qualified sales in March. I put 2021, it should say 2020.
All right.
I didn't catch that.
Anybody else have anything?
Move to approve the minutes with the appropriate correction.
I'll second
And
that.
would that also be to seal the minutes for the closed session?
Okay. To seal the minutes for the closed session.
Move to approve the minutes with the appropriate corrections and to seal the minutes from closed session.
Yeah, I will second that.
All right, Mr. Aldridge has made the motion and, Mr. Phillips has seconded. Everyone that agrees, how do you agree, Mr. Vance?
Blake Vance votes aye.
Woody Young, aye.
Martha Hicks, aye.
Tim Phillips, aye.
Dennis Aldridge, aye.
All right.
Well, I've got a question if I can find it.
Yeah, he had one, but he hadn't been
No,
able
this
to.
is something else.
Oh, is it?
In our meeting with the Board of Education, there was supposed to have been, if I could find it, I'd read it to you, but you know what I'm talking about. They were supposed to have gotten back to you. Yeah. Like on, I believe the minutes state the Friday, next Friday. I can't find it in the minutes, and I just wondered if there'd been any update
On the
from.
phone mailing, but they did.
Well,
They did,
didn't have
yeah.
to- They didn't have to do it, did
Yeah.
they?
Didn't have to do it.
They got
I
back
knew
in.
that, but I
Yeah.
just wondered if they,
It was a total hiccup.
I just wondered
From
if they.
grants, that's shocking.
From the contractor.
That's your best.
You go ahead and put
From
that
the
on record.
construction.
I was just wondering
You
if
never
they,
Complete, total,
but I was just
Failed
wondering,
along.
I just wondering if they met that deadline
Yeah, they did.
to get
Yes.
back to you by that Friday, or if it was like all the other deadlines.
no, we knew it was,
He knew about 9:00, didn't he?
that it was not totally unnecessary conversation,
Imagine that.
which blows your mind after spending 3
I'm
hours.
just surprised they're not government, as poorly as they're run.
Now,
Not our
let's be
government.
nice in the meeting. 3.8.
That is being nice.
Our agenda consent items. Everyone had a chance to look at those? Or does anyone have anything to say about the consent items? If not, we approve those by consent. 3.9, informational items we have before us. Anybody have any questions about those? All right. 3.10, upcoming meetings. Do you wanna?
Okay, so this Thursday, May the 6th, we have a budget workshop at 5 o'clock. We meet with the sheriff, fire commission, and the board of education. Then on May the 13th, we have a budget workshop at 2. On May the 17th, we have a regular meeting scheduled, and at the last budget workshop, we decided to cancel the regular meeting. And if we need an extra budget workshop, we can use that day, but we will cancel the regular meeting. Also, July the 5th is a regular meeting, that's on Monday, and the offices, or the county offices are closed for the Independence holiday. So, we need to reschedule that. And normally we do that on Tuesday.
All right.
If you want to do it on Tuesday, or we can do it the next week, but normally we.
Do you have a lot that you all need to catch up on the next day after you're off the first day?
I'll be trying to do it the next week, I would think, wouldn't you?
That's what I was thinking, maybe you had
I mean, I don't care, but. I'm
There's
just saying,
always something comes up.
you know,
Okay, so
This is a bad day for me too.
look at that, and we'll go
You could
ahead.
do the next week, and then your second meeting will be the next week,
Yeah.
so just have one meeting in July.
Yeah, we could, on the 12th, we could do the 12th, and then we'll cancel the 5th and the 19th.
Okay.
And that will be a special meeting then, for the 12th, because that's not a regularly scheduled meeting. So we'll have to notice it as a special meeting.
What time will it be, same time?
3:30?
Yes, same time.
Will the, public hearings all have to be done?
In June. We're planning on having those in June. And we have 2 meetings in June, and that is a for sure, that we will have 2 meetings in June.
Yeah.
So we can, I think we were thinking about doing a few of them on the first meeting and a few the second.
Well, if we aren't having a meeting on May the 17th, we can do all the ordinances on one day in June.
Okay. Okay.
Just address them all at once.
Okay. So that works. So I will notice that other meeting for July the 12th.
All right,
All right.
and that's it?
That's it for me.
All right. 3.11. Do I hear a motion that we adjourn?
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye, and vote it aye.
All right, I'm gone.